Nicole, in the new form of Dark Nidramon, had actually managed to put a crack in Yggdrasil's crystal shield with a single slash, though a small one. That was enough to impress the others around. Looking at the so-called god, Nicole had a look in his eyes as if he was smirking under the armor, asking if they were having fun yet. Though this angered them, and they tried to fire the crystals at him again, but this time he was able to deflect them. Our Digidestined leader then asked them if they were gonna just sit there or join in the fight. So the others began joining in with their own attacks as well. Dark Nidramon told them they needed to take out the crystals first, remove his line of defense, and they can take him down together. They agreed and began to attack where he said to, with the crystals not being quite as strong, with Yggdrasil's focus being split in many different directions. Yggdrasil was getting frustrated not being as powerful as they'd thought they were, with their focus being split off into over 20 different directions all at once, and instead made their crystals fuse together and wrap around their body to block off any oncoming attack, deciding to try a different strategy. They'd questioned the Digidestined what side they would choose after beating them. Would they side with the knight or the mouse? The others stopped attacking to listen for what the Digidestined leader would say about that exactly, and watched as he swung his blade, slashing at the crystal shield created by Yggdrasil's 7d6 avatar before speaking. There is no knight versus Mao. It is us versus you, Nicole spoke in response to the question, going on to say that every Digimon that wished for the war to be over and hope for peace are all on the same side, and that it was Yggdrasil's fault the peace was shattered in the first place. The 7d6 avatar of Yggdrasil said that the peace was broken but was cut off by Dragumon, who said, "By who? Children who only wanted to play together with their friends? The hell is wrong with you?" Snowy Anjuwamon nodded in agreement, saying that they should never have ordered the death of someone just because they walked over some imaginary line. Andromon agreed with that, adding that anyone who would order the death of children doesn't get to justify their action. Mastamon was also in agreement, telling Yggdrasil that they should have just said to investigate and report back, not go kill them! And Kulamon called them a big meanie, saying that they were nothing but a bully, hurting people because they wanted to play together. Marine Anjumon also agreed with this sentiment, along with Alphamon and All Force Vidramon. Then Leviamon joined in, agreeing as well, followed by Biel Starmon, and Lilithmon was next. Belphamon said that even they, the 7 Demon Lords, have enough honor to not go after children who wanted nothing more than to be friends. And Daemon added that perhaps if Yggdrasil didn't order those children's death, they might have actually helped to foster true peace between them, and the need for borders would have been over. Dukemon went on to add that if the children could be friends, then so could they, and Beelzebumon said that they already were. He enjoyed riding with Dukemon as a part of the gang. Yggdrasil then questioned why they would go against the creator of the digital world as such, but Craniumon went on to add that just because they are the host computer of the digital world doesn't make them infallible. Magnamon then added, even gods can make mistakes. Stuffedmon saying that owning up to their mistakes is what's important. Dark Nidramon then says that he himself had made many mistakes in his life, but he's done what he could to make sure they don't happen again. Lucamon then questioned how they could demand that everyone listen to them without showing any kind of true leadership potential. It's not just, do as I say because I said so. And Lord Nightmon told Yggdrasil that things don't work that way. Sleipmon adding that even the knights have the reasons for their action and wouldn't simply destroy children without questioning why. Dynasmon adding in that's why they told Knight Chessmon to do it, because they would follow their orders without question. Getting angry, the Yggdrasil 7d6 avatar then fired the crystals at the group group who were able to stop it, as they were getting more wild due to them losing focus from being called out for their action. Gunkumon was the one that spoke next, stating that the truth hurt, doesn't it? Knowing you're not all-powerful and all-righteous being you so claim to be. Jessamon nodded in agreement with his father, stating that it must be tough for them to realize they are the bad guy here. Dragumon then spoke up, saying, the truth hurt, doesn't it? To Yggdrasil, who actually growled in anger at the group, combining their crystals into one big crystal and fired it at them, but Examon blocked the attack with his gun arm. The largest of the royal knights then said they'd take that as a yes before firing at the avatar of the so-called god of the digital world, while they put the barrier back up to block the attack. Barbamon then called them a coward for everything they'd done while still trying to justify it when there was no justifying their action, and Omegamon agreed with them as well, as they all began unleashing their attack at the large crystal the 7d6 avatar had used to encase and protect himself. The attacks were all being fired at the front of the crystal, causing it to crack. This shield was a little stronger than the one they'd busted previously during their last encounter. Though the shield cracked, it didn't break like the last one from their first fight with Yggdrasil. The avatar of Yggdrasil then told them that they weren't going to break this shield, as they also wouldn't be making the same mistake twice. Dark Nidramon growled in frustration from the shield not breaking despite them all attacking it at once, watching as the crack sealed up and vanished as if it hadn't been damaged at all. Mastamon questioned what they should do now since they couldn't break the shield, but seeing her had given Nicole an idea, and he called out to the others. They all looked at him, and he pointed out that Mastamon is the form of an angel and a demon coming together as one. He then asked what if they did the same, but with all of the royal knights and all of the demon lords from the Mao. The two groups looked at him like he was crazy, and Examon asked if he'd lost it, though Daemon says that if they could perform such a feat, it'd probably give them more than enough power to take on Yggdrasil. Craniumon asked just who would act as the main body for this power, though Alphamon said that it could destroy whoever chose to do it, with Yggdrasil laughing at the group, saying that they could try whatever they liked, it wouldn't matter in the end.